All right, hello. Let's flip on the camera.
Which one we?
There it is.
Laptop cam or?
Yeah, we use this one, yeah. That's one we've been using.
The
Why it's so
Elgato?
blurry, though?
Use the Elgato.
We've not been using that one.
Yeah, we have.
No. It's been this one for like the last 5 live streams.
What? No, we haven't. There's no way.
All right, sorry everyone, we forgot to turn on which camera we had, and we didn't set it up. I think it's definitely this one.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that we've been using the Elgato one right there. Right? All right, 1 second, guys. Can you hear us on YouTube?
We tried to lower the latency to YouTube as well. Hopefully it's a little bit quicker there. Yeah, look at that. It makes us look like... No, we're gonna make this.
Apple magic.
All right. Hello, everyone. Let us know if you can hear us in YouTube and Discord. Let me check Discord.
First stream, let's go. Yeah, feels like it every time. We're good in YouTube? Anybody? Usually Brandon lets us know.
That one?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
No.
Okay.
No. That shouldn't work.
Should it work? Does it work now?
Because they only get video through this.
Can't hear now. I'm listening in. I don't think I'm a speaker.
Let me switch the audio.
It's back.
What about now?
Still
Maybe.
got an echo.
Test, test.
Looks like we're good on YouTube. Thank you.
Test. Anybody got an echo? Echo, echo.
Got a comment on the shirts. Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, Cyberdog says we're all good. I don't
Yeah.
know. I switched them both down to the Mac, so.
Okay. A warning? What's the warning say?
I don't see the warning. Maybe it's just yours, Brandon. You think? So, anybody else see a warning? Cyberdog, you see a warning? Sorry, but this isn't. All right, looks like it maybe Brandon something on your connection.
All right, yeah, if everything looks good, then we're good to go.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so hey everyone, thanks for joining our stream. Sorry for the delay there. So for those that are new, we're Apollo Automation. We're a small hardware company out of Kentucky. We make sensors for Home Assistant and other home automation platforms soon. We make anything from air quality sensors to motion sensors, plant sensors to tell you when to water your plants, temperature probes for your food or for your fridge, and many more. We're very big on community development. So what that means is these are supposed to be super interactive live streams. We do them every Monday, first Monday of every month. And we want, as many questions and comments and feedback in the chat as we can get. So.
And you're Trevor.
Oh, sorry, I was reading it. Maybe there's more audio problems. So yeah, I'm Trevor. So I run pretty much the product design and all of that.
Yeah.
Justin.
And I'm Justin, another co-founder. I've been kind of getting into more of the product development side and just kind of help with the day-to-day operations, community stuff. Do you think is mine?
I don't know. Maybe it's because it's too close. I don't know.
My mic's not on, is it?
No, but it's just like sitting on it. So I don't know.
What? Like that?
Yeah, weird. Like there's like a second or two delay. They're saying.
Really?
We are running off Wi-Fi. Maybe we should run it.
I see this is blue, and then this mic's blue as well.
No, I think it's more so like a network or something. Yeah, definitely odd. Maybe.
Sorry, guys.
So I'm just closing down all the other applications we have open. Maybe we got too much running. Doesn't seem so though. Okay. All right, so what's the agenda? What do we got?
A lot of big things on the agenda. So first thing up is workshop updates. We've been talking about this for a while now. We are making progress still, though. We're still kind of switching over to resin, so we're getting all of our shelving set up and the venting and everything, the sinks. So we're getting very close to that workshop video that we've been saying would come out for like since February, I think. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And then with Homey. So Homey, we're almost finished with the app. We are kind of in the final stages. We just found another, I guess, a little hiccup with one of the sensors maybe going offline after a extended period of time. But I haven't had any issues. So we're going to try to figure out what's causing that. But otherwise, it should be coming out here pretty soon. And
yeah, Benji was saying make sure we vent and use proper PPE. Been doing resin for quite a few years now, and definitely take the safety precautions seriously. Anybody who's looking to get into resin, cover your eyes, cover your face with like a charcoal respirator to filter out the VOCs, not just like a regular paper filter. So we've got it's a pretty cool setup we've been coming up with grow tents. I don't know if there's like a more politically correct than a grow tent. Essentially tents around them, venting. We've got a very large charcoal recapture system or charcoal filter coming back in very soon. Very excited to get that. And then a really cool piece of tech, which is a IPA or solvent recycler. So that'll cut down hugely on our waste and recycling needs. So we're really excited to get that tested out.
Yep, we got our eye wash station, our first aid. We should have pretty official. So
yeah, we'll get a good video going once we're running. But thanks, Benji. So we got Ben in here too, Hobby Boy, Cyberdog, Frederick. Hey, Frederick.
Oh yeah, he's the Zigbee guy, right?
Yeah. Pseudo Random. All right. Lyric NZ's in here.
Yeah, he's from down under. He's from down in Australia. He commented on our shirts earlier.
Awesome. All right.
But yeah, so that's pretty much other smart home ecosystems. We're working with Hubitat again. So we actually had somebody who uses Hubitat reach out to us and say, hey, I got a couple contacts, maybe able to help. And Brandon, Smart Home Sellout, our support guy, he's been talking with them again, and so we're kind of back on that hunt. But we do have a wiki page. I don't know if Brandon wants to post it. It kind of goes through all of the smart home softwares that we work with. Home Assistant, obviously, Homey, HomeSeer, and OpenHab, and then hopefully here Hubitat here pretty soon. And then next thing you got was resin printing. You kind of talked about the resin setup, but if you want to talk about more about the progress on it.
So we started to send out, I think quite a few of the beta testers have them for the M1 and the LED one. I don't think we did the R1 in it yet. But yeah, Brandon, it looks like it's a network on our side. I see the ping changing, so I don't have a way to fix it right now. We'll have to push through it, I guess.
Sorry. Yeah.
So, resin's been working out great. It's taken a huge amount of time to dial it in. The cases for the M1 and LED one look really, really nice. A little bit too tight, so we got to fix the tolerances just a tad. But really nice. It gives us much higher temperatures, which help with some of our higher temperature products like the R1 and stuff like that. Better surface quality. It's faster for us to print. So it's more labor, it's more time consuming, but they come out really, really nice. We'll be sharing a whole bunch about that because we did huge amounts of not just like internet research, but real world testing research to get to some pretty high quality stuff. So excited to be transitioning to that. Will be the new products coming out, R1, M1, LED1. Those all will be in the resin cases. start to transition the older sensors as well. So MSR, MTR, temp, things like that will also transition over to resin cases. It'll also help a lot with the accessories. It's significantly stronger. So where we've had problems in the past with the MSR's articulating stand, how it can sometimes warp and open itself up or snap the neck of it. It's much stronger in this resin, and really excited to have that.
Wild how much stronger it is, how solid it feels, and plus it's smooth as well, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah. Resin has what do you say, stigma that it is. Our network is doing terrible. It has a stigma to it that it will be too brittle and break easily, but we tried a whole bunch of resins for strength and everything. We've really got a good one going now. Yeah, we gotta run an Ethernet cable over here. Don't know what happened.
Yeah. Sorry again for the network. Not exactly sure what's going on, but we do see the ping kind of jumping back and forth.
Yeah, Hobby Boy says resin for MSR1 case. Yeah, I'll do that. I think that's a good idea. We can always make them and sell them for a couple bucks or something like that for anybody who did want to upgrade. So yeah, it's a good idea.
Or print your own. If you got resin.
Yeah, really. I mean, the STL is not too much different. We did texture the surfaces of the cases. It kind of looks like the texture that's already on the MSR, like the faces of them, where the bed. And not a whole much different than that, but it's definitely neat.
So we do have Aaron from Make It Work Tech. He's actually a big YouTuber here in the United States, so go take a look at his channel. We can post a link. But he was asking, it's just kind of choppy on YouTube, but he was asking if we're doing resin printing. Is that what we're
Aaron,
doing? Yeah,
switching over to resin cases. So FDM did us great, but some of our tolerances are pretty insane on our FDM cases, and we just wanted to get some more quality, lose the layer lines, and just get a little bit better. But resin, we did a whole bunch of testing with resin, and it's really coming out really nicely. So switched over to resin. Happy to give any tips to anybody on it. We should probably do a video on it eventually.
Yeah, because we could talk about, it still allows, because everybody asks us, are you going to do injection molding? And
what's the next one up? What can you talk about for 3 minutes while I get a cable?
Upcoming events. We can talk about upcoming events.
I'll be right back.
All right, we're going to see if we can get an Ethernet cable over here. Sorry, and kind of fix this latency issue. But we can talk about the next thing. So we have a lot of big events coming up here pretty soon. So I think the one that's coming up the soonest is the Broadband Community Summit. It's actually going to be in Houston, Texas. And it's an international conference, and it seems like there's a lot of people from the U.S. coming. It's all about communications and smart cities and like smart hospitals and schools. And there's going to be a ton of different companies there. And we're actually going to be exhibiting there. So that'll be a ton of fun. We actually have a couple passes if people are interested in coming, or if you're in the Houston area. We actually have, I think, maybe 5 guest passes and a couple other staff passes. So just let us know if you want to come. We can shoot a pass your way. But it should be a good event. We'll have a little booth set up, and you can come meet us, talk with us, and we'll have some of the devices there and some of the new devices. But yeah, so that should be pretty fun in Houston. All right, and then we've got, what's next? Oh, LANWAR. So LANWAR is a ton of fun. It's a large gaming event. It's bring your own computer. There's going to be about 400 gamers, and we'll have a booth set up there. We'll be gaming. We've been going for over a decade now. It's a ton of fun. It's in Louisville, Kentucky, so it's actually not far from where we are in Versailles. So if you're in the area, come on out. And it's 4 days of gaming, straight gaming. It's a ton of fun. There's tournaments, there's PC gaming, console gaming, there are board games, card games, puzzles, and I think they're bringing back dodgeball and tug of war, and it's just always a good event. So it'd be fun to come hang out, meet us, and just enjoy the event. And then, did you get it plugged in?
Yeah, hopefully it
All
improves
right,
soon.
yeah, hopefully. So it looks like we're hardwired now, so hopefully that'll help. And then uh, we'll be in. The plan is for us to go to IFA Berlin in September. It's kind of like the CES of Europe. So we'll be exhibiting there as well. So if you're in Europe, we'd be awesome to meet everybody in person. Come on out. I think we are going to actually walk around the event as well. So okay. Oh, okay. I thought he said the sound was better. But yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. We're really excited. All the big players will be there. LG, Homey, Home Assistant people will be there. They said they'll be walking around. I think they're exhibiting. Okay, cool. Doesn't look like any lag so far.
Cool.
But yeah, so Ethan in September, and one we just had actually this past May. Some of you may have gone, or May 24th. Some of you guys may have been out to the Home Assistant Community Day, a global event, which I thought was really cool. There was a ton of cities all over the world where people were that use Home Assistant get together. We actually got invited to the Columbus, Ohio event by TJ, who is one of the podcasters of the HomeTech.fm podcast. Definitely go give them a listen. We had a great event. I think we had just over 20 some people come out. Met some people actually from Discord, and we had a little table set up, and we got to show off the Matrix and the R Pro-1, and
yeah. Did you say we were able to sponsor quite a few events? Which
yeah,
was pretty,
we sent
pretty fun.
Yeah, we sent sensors to Paulus and Madalena for the Brooklyn event. We sent sensors to Pat for the Toronto event. We sent sensors to Missy actually for her Washington event. I think B Draco was in Texas, and then Ruben, who's in our Discord, was in Chicago. They have like a makerspace there, and of course we went to Columbus. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Brandon may chime in, but yeah, it was a awesome event. If you weren't able to make it, make sure you make time to go to the next one. Just a ton of fun, like-minded people, and it was cool to meet the community, not as a company, but also as users as well. Yeah, there's a post.
What's next on the agenda on here?
So, yeah, we're done with all the community updates. That was pretty much everything we're going to be
cool. There's
doing
just a question
here soon.
for R1, so I was gonna.
Yeah, and now actually we're up into product development. R Pro-1.
All right. So, the R1, R Pro-1, I guess we call it R Pro-1.
R Pro-1.
Yeah. So that is our millimeter wave, sometimes dual millimeter wave if you want. Wi-Fi or Ethernet, USB power or PoE power. So you can do any of those combinations there. Sensor. So it's really exciting because it combines essentially the MSR2 radar and the benefits there to the MTR. And so you get the XY tracking that the MTR has, but you get really good still detection that the MSR has. So really excited about that. It's also being PoE powered. That unlocked us being able to power it now in ceilings and in walls. So I've got here our US electrical gang box that it's mounted inside of. With mounts, it's kind of hard to see because they're clear, but our clear resin mounts that are certified like fire safe in wall to hold it. So it just use your normal screws that hang on to your faceplate. You would still put a faceplate in front of it. We just have it off so that you can actually see the sensor. And it'll read right through the faceplate on there, detecting motion, targets. It's got LEDs to give you signals. It's got a buzzer on it to beep for you. Yeah, really excited to get this one out. This is the wall mount. There's a ceiling mount that we have as well that's very easy to add. We should be a shipping update. We just placed the order for the PCBs, so it should be hopefully like 2-3 weeks before we get them, and then we'll start shipping them right away. They've been in. Here's our ceiling mount. So it's like a spring mounted design. You would drill a hole, push this up into there, and the sensor fits right inside of it with a little mount to hold it there. I see Gond, G-O-N-D. Gond, you have a question about are there different types of probes For the sensors for pH, maybe we can talk about that when we get to the temp sensor, Temp Pro. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, if there's a sensor out there that can work, we're happy to take a look at it. What else? Anything else on R1? Any questions? We're real excited to get it out.
Yeah, so PoE, so it's power over Ethernet, data over Ethernet. You can also power it through USB-C. You can also do connect to it through Wi-Fi, and then USB-C and the Ethernet. Even if you're not using PoE, you can do USB-C power and data. And then, of course, it has the Lux. I think Brandon posted a link. You can go and sign up to be notified. Or actually, no, you can sign up to purchase it. Yeah, it's available. But yeah, it's got Lux, UV, and then we have the optional CO2 sensor on it as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we even I don't have the back box, but the latest revision, a big ask was for it to fit into a European style back box, and it does.
Yeah.
So we don't have one though. I don't think.
Yeah, but yeah, it is able to fit inside of the European box, which is really neat because it's quite a bit tinier.
Yes. So most international boxes and people that we've had reach out, this should fit pretty much in most international, if not all, boxes. I'm sure there's some obscure small one, but
that's what we got. Tubes came and joined us on Discord.
Oh
Tubes?
yeah. Tubes. If you don't know, he makes Zigbee and like Z-Wave, like PoE or like Ethernet controllers. So give him a shout. I'm sure Brandon can post a link. And see, just got some comments just saying sealing them out with PoE. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Which we're really excited for it. What else? I don't think there's.
If I didn't say, it can also be just desk mounted, like on your table. It'll look just like the MTR. It's got a little kickstand to it. That'll be the default case that it comes with if you want to set it on a table or a shelf or anywhere else. And then if you want to put it on, in your wall, in your ceiling, we've got mounting options for that.
I think I said controllers. I think I meant coordinator.
Yeah.
Coordinators. I got a little link here. Yeah, coordinators and routers.
Cool.
Oh yeah, we do have a giveaway. Sorry, we always forget to. There's a giveaway if you want to sign up. You can I think it's a set time, but we'll announce the winner at the end. And you can get a win MSR2, MTR1, I think a Plant 1 or B, and a Temp 1 or B.
All right. What's up after that? Any questions, let us know. We're happy to circle back. I know YouTube has a little bit of delay.
But yeah, it looks like I think we got everything answered on YouTube. So I think the next thing after that was just going to be there's a question right there about the R1.
Yeah, okay, so Alpha Foxtrot, you said it doesn't have the DPS 310. Will the CO2 be less accurate since it isn't relying on humidity? It actually uses the DPS 310 for the pressure in its calculation, so it would be slightly less accurate. It's not a large difference. So we didn't include the temperature sensor on it because the internal heat on this thing is like wild. It really builds up a lot of heat having 2 radar units plus PoE running. So that's one. 2, we've actually also been wanting to remove the DPS because we add it to all of our boards when somebody does add CO2. But what we've actually been working on is a CO2 module that has the DPS and the CO2 module on the little board that you attach. And we think that that's probably what we'll switch to in the future. That would work with the R1 and all of our other sensors in the future. So you would be adding the CO2 module and a DPS at the same time through the same mezzanine port so that they can use each other. So it doesn't have it. It is, yes, slightly less accurate, but it's not a massive difference. I think technically you can calibrate it manually. I can look into that.
Yeah, and the CO2 sensor itself is a true like NDIR photoacoustic CO2 sensor. So it's not like an eCO2. It's actually a real CO2. But yeah, it is really. I'm excited for that breakout board where it's an all-in-one.
Yep,
for sure.
Yeah. So Gandhi, you were talking about this pH sensor. maybe we can talk about is Temp Pro next, or we can make it
Yeah,
next.
that's fine. Yeah, we can make yeah.
So the Temp Pro, I don't have it in a case. We just got the board. So Temp Pro, it's also kind of morphed into an Omni like sensor. I think we've got beta units of this out, right? Quite a few people have beta units. Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah. Brandon should have one. I think DigiBlur, Travis from DigiBlur should have one.
Maybe Cyberdog.
And then I don't know. I think Ben has one. I don't think Cyberdog has a Matrix anymore.
Cyberdog didn't get one.
Yeah. So
sorry. So okay, what is the Temp Pro?
Not yet.
Temp Pro is a PoE powered, started as a temperature probe device. It has the same temperature probe that the Temp 1 has, which is the DS18B20. It'll measure temperature. It's a flat cable. You can use it to measure your fridges, freezers, pools, hot tubs, whatever you want to measure. But with the Temp Pro, it was actually built for an industrial client to use this. It's an SHT30, one of the 30s, temperature and humidity sensor. And so this will give you near perfect temperature and humidity levels. It dangles off the side of it.
Dustproof.
It is dustproof. You can use it in your attic, your crawl space, your basement, your wherever. It's not waterproof, but you can put it anywhere. I think is it DigiBlur that has it in a chicken coop or something?
Yeah,
like
he's
that?
got it like in a like a little hatchery.
It's got like the dustproof
incubator
system.
Yep.
So really excited for this. We've morphed it quite a lot because we have it. It's kind of like our general go-to for an industrial sensor for those clients. So it has a wild amount of customization on it and expandability. So it has 2 probes for the DS18B20 probe or the SHT30 probe, which will plug in. This is exactly where Gone you were talking about. There could definitely be different probes. If you know of a good pH probe, I would love to have a link to that because I think there's a lot of not great ones out there. But if there's a good one, and we can always do our research, yeah, you could. The idea of this board is extensible to handle a lot of things. So it's got 2 mezzanine ports on the front. Your mezzanine ports are for CO2 sensors and anything else that we add through that in the future. On the back of it, it has a port for a battery and a battery charger, which is like a little module that we've got made. So you can battery power this device. It's got a port for a particulate sensor. So we had it plugged up. This is Sensorion's new SEN66 sensor. It's the newer version of the Sen 55 and 56s. I don't know if there's a 56, 55.
Yeah.
And it plugs straight into the back of this board. So you can plug it straight into the Temp Pro, which again is more like an Omni. And we can run a particulate sensor. It's got the same port for the DF Robot I2C system. So that is what our gas sensor runs on the Air1. You can plug that in. And it has the SparkFun Quick QWIC port, which you can add on. There's like, I don't know, 100 different sensors that can plug into that. So super, super customizable and expandable. Yeah, really, really neat board. Again, we built it. It's got PoE on it. You can power it over Ethernet. You can do actual internet over Ethernet or Wi-Fi. Yeah, it was built to kind of be this do anything platform for some of the clients that we were working with, and some people got a glimpse of it and really were interested in it. So I think we're just doing some final testing on it, and then we'll have these available for sale soon. Let's see. Been saying I had the Temp Pro set up with a sensor off of my Temp 1 out of the window to get temps, and the other side grabbing both indoor. Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got a dual probe. You could do one outside, one inside. I mean, you can plug anything into it. It's like really a cool platform because like we have an ultrasonic sensor that we've been plugging into it. We have, like I said, different particulate sensors, lots of different things like that that can plug in. Really just about anything.
Aaron over on Make It Work Tech on YouTube was asking if we've ever used any Grove ports. That's the new port that's on the voice preview edition on Home Assistant.
Yeah, I wish there was I wish that the Quick and the Stemma, which is Adafruit's kind of system. I wish all those would just standardize to one. That would be nice.
But yeah, we don't have anything that uses the Grove actually. I don't think. Yeah.
No, it's
not yet.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with Grove as I am with the Stemma and the Quick, but
yeah, but definitely, standardized. Yeah, it would be nice versus having to put multiple on the board.
I mean, I'm not against it if there's a reason to put one on there over the others. That's what this platform is for. Like I said, we made it so that we can have one board that can become tens and tens of different sensors for some different industrial applications. But happy to add on to it.
And then I think Cyberdog was asking about the Zen 66 potentially being an upgrade to the Air1.
Yeah, that's definitely the plan. I don't have an Air1 here. Actually, I do. I've got Air1 right here. Because the size difference is considerable. And you know us, we like to shrink things as small as we can get them on here. So this is a 755. It's in all of our Air1 sensors. Super high quality sensor, 10-year lifespan, does all the different particulates. Very reputable, direct from manufacturer, Sensorion. This is the Sen 66. They're all the same sizes. It's just significantly smaller.
Yeah.
Significantly smaller. Yeah. It still does all the different particulates. This one actually does CO2 as well. It's actually the reason we're not getting this one. We're waiting on the Sen 64 or 65.
Yeah.
Only the 66 is available. It's very expensive because it contains the CO2 sensor, and it's actually a better deal for us to do them separately. So we're just waiting on the other version to come out, the Sen 64.
It does formaldehyde as well, this base.
Yeah,
as
I want
well
the one
as
that does formaldehyde.
Temperature, humidity, all the PMs, and then it'll do probably VOC, night, NO2, and then formaldehyde.
So no timeline at all. Mark's asking for a timeline on that. It is I mean, Sensorion's been pushing it back. It's a year plus out from where it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So we'll always keep you guys updated when that's coming. It'd be nice to shrink it down. It would be probably an Air 2 because we also want to upgrade to the C6 chip on it as well. And I don't know what else, but so yeah, definitely down the line, nowhere near. We've not even looked at it at all.
Yep, but you'll know because we'll have a product development channel and we asking for feedback on what we want on it this time. So, or what you want on it rather.
All right, what else we got?
Yeah, so talked about Temp Pro-1. We talked about our Pro-1, and then we still what else? Yeah, pump. Let's do pump real quick then, since you already got one.
Yeah, I wish it was powered, but
you need a USB-C cable?
That's okay. No, it's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, we've been talking about pump, which is, let me bring it back a little bit. The new case design on the pump, much cleaner. It doesn't have the tubes going up to the water reserve yet. But so what Pump 1 is? Pump 1, it's when we made our plant sensor. The plant sensor tells you, hey, you need to water your plant. My mom was like, well, if you're going to tell me to water the plant, you might as well water it for me. So we built the Pump 1, which is, it's a 1 liter bottle, but you don't have to run it with a bottle. I'll show you that here in a second. It has a water level sensor in it, so it knows when this is running out of water. It's got a little pump in here that's food grade, so you can use this to fill your, not only your plant, but your coffee machine, your Keurig, your, drain or fill your robot vacuum, and even then top off your fish tank. So I say that because somebody in here, I forget who it was, the last couple of times has talked about topping off their fish tank with it, and I was concerned about the head. How high can this pump? It was shocking.
Yeah.
So this is run off of 5 volts, and we had the tube. We had from the floor to the ceiling, and 8 feet, 7 feet. And it was pumping out just fine out that.
Yeah.
With no problem at all. So I'm not concerned at all about filling fish tanks anymore because it had strong flow at 7 feet, which really blew my mind. I did not think we would get over that. So we'll probably have to go outside to test it higher because there was as high as we could go here. Yeah, really excited about that. So yes, you can do your fish tanks, and look at this design. So it's got just the water level sensor plugged into the bottom, but if you didn't want to use our bottle, you can source it whatever one you want on your own, and this design just slides in and out, and this could sit on your desk now or below your fish tank or wherever,
behind your Keurig, behind your robot vacuum,
and hook into wherever you want, input and output without the whole bottle. So cool pump design. It's got some cool safety features built in, which is, you know, like automatically turning itself off if it's been running too long, automatically turning off if the water level drops too low, turning off when the water level gets too high. You can reverse the logic in there to say, I want to fill my fish tank until it triggers the water level sensor, and then I don't want it to be able to run anymore. So different things like that where, you can control it, do a whole bunch of stuff. We will be sending beta units out. We were supposed to do it today, so it'll be tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get them out to people. Really excited for this. It's a cool little product. It's one of those things where, like, I don't know what people are going to use it for, but it'll be a whole bunch of different uses that we haven't even thought about. Where, you know, we're expecting people to use it with plants initially. It was originally called like Plant Waterer.
Plant Waterer.
And so, definitely interested to hear that. Laundry detergent.
It's food safe too. I don't. We mentioned it, but we don't think we mentioned it this time.
We should try with some more viscous liquids.
Oh yeah,
that's a good idea. Yeah, Ben.
Or resin.
Yeah, that's what I want to use it for.
Yeah.
So as we're switching resin to resin printers, we've, you know, we'll have a dozen or so resin printers running, and they don't have automatic resin top off into the vat. I want it to do that. I want to make it somehow like control multiple pumps that are all connected to like one big gallon of resin, and then they can fill themselves up. Very excited to try that out.
Could use the new product.
The new product is on our list.
You want to save? You want to save it or go ahead and start talking about it?
What else do we have before we get to that?
I mean, we've got M1 and we've got LED one.
Where are we at on time?
We're at 2037.
We gotta go quick because we also gotta talk about Brandon.
Yeah.
All right. So we told you guys about M1 and LED one. M1's the panel.
I don't know what's on the screen right now.
It's got a lot of bloom in it.
Yeah, a lot of bloom. Sorry, that's the Open Home Foundation. So if you went to some of the community days, we sent these out to a few of them, like the ones we had mentioned earlier. This is our new M1. So our Matrix 1, it's a Hub 75 Matrix. You can see, there's the original logo. There's Apollo. Really excited about this device because right now you could buy a controller, and you have to power it, and then you also have to power the panel itself. Ours is an all-in-one that does a good video maybe of the black hole. But there's a ton of different things you can do with it. Lots of fun stuff.
We've been having a blast with it.
Really fun. You can do actually animated, like GIFs or GIFs or GIFs. I'm not sure. Is it GIF? I thought it was GIF, but I think even the GIF guy said
I don't trust him.
GIF. But yeah, super cool, super clean. Very excited about it. We actually have this little stand, little nub that'll let you do 90 degrees or he says like 30 or 45 degree angle.
Lyric NZ was asking, is it computer enough to power or does it need wall power? Yeah, so it uses power delivery. So you can plug it into your laptop.
But you
have power delivery.
Yeah.
We'll have to try it with a non-power delivery laptop. I think it's over 1 amp, which is what non-power delivery is limited to.
Yeah. But yeah, it's running off my laptop right now. 5-volt 3 amp is the max. There's USB-C. There's a Wago on it as well.
Yeah.
But the beauty is that the single controller, or the single M1 is not only controlling it, but it's also powering it versus having to have two separate power supplies. So very excited about this.
Archer, you can't. Archer is asking, can you switch the display for e-ink for low power? You can't, but if you wait 3 minutes, we'll talk to you about e-ink.
This is actually one of our new resin 3D printed cases. I was just gonna take it out so you can kind of see it here.
Yeah, we should do a daisy chain when what's involved in that, Brandon.
Yeah,
Figure that out.
Yeah, so you can, I didn't mention that, but you can daisy chain up to 4 of these together. Right now, I believe it's only supported horizontally. You can't do like vertically, but that's also pretty cool.
Yeah. Lyric NZ, I don't know if you're in New Zealand or if that's just an NZ on there.
Yeah.
But the plugs that we have at our shop are all power delivery. So we sell them for a super reasonable price, and they can run it all if you need one.
Yep. But yeah, really excited. You can see the little Wago connector up here and USB-C, and then the 2 little connectors here, one that does all the data and logic and the power. Very excited about this one. And it's been a ton of fun to play with. So hopefully we'll be, you can sign up actually. I don't know. We should have a sign up for these if you guys are interested to be notified when it goes live or available for purchase. So I'll go ahead and throw up a link here.
Yeah.
So to get signed up. And
quick...
Aaron says that's beautiful because Aaron, if you watch his channel, he's been doing a lot of cool LED videos here lately. Just had one, I forget exactly what it was, but it was what kind of light, some sort of LED light. But yeah,
tubes that these are like the panels that are used to make LED or like billboards and everything that you see at CES, like the huge like LED walls. Are these panels? They're actually really high quality, really high density. Mark said, "What's the timeline?" We've got them out to beta testers. They are rocking great now that we've got the firmware figured out. We have a shipment of them arriving here very soon. As soon as we get those tested and a little bit of firmware work, it will be out. So we won't do a longer pre-order system like the R1. We'll have supply ready and ship right away. So make sure to sign up on the website because we'll shoot emails out for those.
They mentioned, they come with WLED. Which is compatible with Home Assistant. I think Brandon said he's had his in Home Assistant for a while.
We gotta go quicker,
so
because we gotta get Brandon on here.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
All right, we want to tell you about one product. So one, we should probably say parking. Again, we put the call out. Anybody who wants to beat their head against the wall with parking, we will send you a parking unit because the firmware on it is driving me insane and tracking it down. So it was duct taped to our front door for a while at the office. Just having a hard time finding time for it.
Yeah.
But
cooler things are happening, but although we still want that.
Yeah. Lyric NZ, we don't know the exact price yet because we haven't had the landed cost of the parts yet. That's why it's on 0, but we'll get that figured out. So, you want to drop the picture of this? Because if I just show them, it's just going to be...
Oh, yeah, let me get...
This was a quick project because I was so frustrated. We went to trigger a few things around the workshop.
This one?
Yeah, that's the best one.
Tilted slightly.
Trigger some things around the workshop that are, like we have people coming in and out that are working here that aren't using Home Assistant on their phones and things like that. Getting people to try to use the app is too cumbersome. Voice isn't really great enough yet to trigger some of the automations.
Not using Home Assistant.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I just really want a button to trigger some automations. That's really easy to use. And so we came up with this little design. Yeah, look at that render. This is
pretty good.
Our 3D printed prototype.
Yeah.
It uses Cherry MX keys that are hot swappable, so you could swap them out for clicky ones.
Blues. Yeah, blues. I'm a brown guy myself. I like the tactile.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, 4 button. It's going to be battery powered or non-battery powered with extremely good battery life. Very, very good battery life. We'll actually probably be selling these with the battery. We'll sell the battery unit because we want it to be pretty slim.
Yep.
Really cool design we came up with for the battery system that, really excited about that because it should have I don't want to say the numbers, but very, very, very good battery life. Multi-month. And then there's some add-ons for it. So this would just be the base buttons. You could use it, I press button 1, that turns on this, that turns on that. There's add-ons that are going to slide into the side. That'll add either a 5th button. You could add a rotary knob, like a rotary dial, a little mini OLED screen, RGB matrix. Those are some of the things that we've come up with. A CO2 sensor to the side. just some different ideas we had for those. And then on the top has an even bigger expansion system that allows for plugging in an e-ink display or an NFC reader that we have been working on as well. So it really allows us to combine a couple of things that we were wanting to get done, and it solves my personal want very badly of triggering automations from a button. So we're going to do things like, right now we have our resin, we have to put it into a curing machine. So being able to have one of our, our employees click a button that says 5 minutes, and it clicks on the plug for the UV system, it runs it for 5 minutes, and then clicks it back off. Plug for turning on or off the ventilation system, a plug or a button for
the development desk. You're saying for the blower there, for the soldering iron, those sorts of things.
Yeah, even myself, like I don't like pulling out my phone all the time to then open up the app or find the shortcut. If I'm sitting down at we've got a electronics desk. If I sit down there, I just want to tap a button that turns on my exhaust hood, the lights, and the soldering iron to get those going. So, yeah, very excited for that. Yeah. Cool little product. Yeah, it'll run over Wi-Fi. It could have USB power, or we'll have a cool battery option. And we're getting the first samples of the board. Hopefully, we'd have it within a month, and then we would R&D from that. Depends how long it takes. But so early in the design, we should open up a product channel, get your ideas on add-ons and things like that.
Yeah. And the render, it shows a USB-C port in the front, but I think you're going to do our best to hide it in the back. Someone was asking about a dust cover, if they're going to be doing battery, and we won't need USB-C. So
a dust cover for it?
For the USB-C port.
Oh,
so if it's going to be unused, so
it'll be on the back. Yeah. It's just that render from ChatGPT, but really cool. It's been also just like a fidget toy. I'm just sitting here just like playing with it on my desk as I'm doing things. So,
what mounting options are we thinking?
So he's asking if this is the prototype form. It's their actual keys, like mechanical keyboard keys are in there, yes, but it is a 3D printed circuit board outline and 3D printed keycaps. Trevor just launched a bunch of nukes by hitting that.
Yeah.
So I don't know mounting options. I definitely want to make it so that it can fit on your desk flat, but I also want to make it's been designed so that you can put it under like your desk. So like the lip of my desk like this, so that I can walk up and just press the buttons and not have it on the top of my desk. So those are the two for sure designs, and then obviously like some type of a wall mount for it. But with battery, really just like a command strip. This thing is going to be quite light, that you could just command strip it wherever you want and be able to control the buttons. And hopefully, I don't know how much we're going to get into it, but some pretty cool keycap designs. So instead of just plain white, we've got on order a nice printer that can print onto the keycaps to allow us to say like to have a couple packs of different keycap colors and designs for your automations, and then you could always get your own keycaps as well for them. So yes. So sorry about that one. We got to get to Brandon. We should open up a channel for that, but that's all really cool on that.
Yeah. So I was laughing earlier because pseudo random. Congrats, you won.
You won?
Won the he's been around for a while.
Cool.
He won. Just message Brandon. We'll get that in.
Ooh, Aaron said a magnet in the base would be cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Ben, controlling your sit-stand desk. That's where I got like the under desk mount idea that I want. It's also for like my nightstand. Like I want it under my nightstand lip. So when I go to bed, I can press a button, turn off all the lights, lock the doors.
Nighttime routine.
Change the thermostat, whatever I want to do with it, without having to touch my phone. It's great for spouse approval. It's great for kids. It's great for all that who are not going to open up an app or go to a tablet and do a dashboard.
Want a physical button.
Yeah.
Aaron was just saying thoughts of doing a keyboard like Third Reality. Because they have that battery keyboard.
So it will also just be a macro pad for your laptop. So if you don't run it on Home Assistant, I'm working on firmware for it that you could flash it and then plug it into your laptop and make a copy, paste, whatever macro keys you want to run on it.
Like a Stream Deck.
Yeah, kind of like a Stream Deck.
Yep.
So it's got an RGB LED on the front. That's a good point that I want to know about.
Yeah, north, south, or...
Well, if you look at how the render is right now, I've got them purposely like in front of it, not under the keycap, because if we do like printed keycaps, you won't be able to see through them. So, but I don't know if I'm going to get like destroyed for that. If it should be actually underneath of the keycap.
That is in the mechanical keyboard, that like north versus south LED placement is.
Yeah, but this is
pretty,
different than that, because this is like
Yeah.
not even on it. It's not under the keycap. It's in front of it,
Yes.
so it would not illuminate it.
Yeah, I would think, and we had talked about having it maybe under the keycap on the south side, and then also in front of it. So. Oh yeah, the e-ink display.
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, you can customize the e-ink. We are also very soon working on a larger e-ink display. Actually, Paulus, Home Assistant founder, wrote a really cool add-on, I believe, that
Puppeteer, right?
Yeah, it's like Puppeteer or something like that. That allows you to take your dashboard and essentially takes a screenshot of your dashboard and then posts it to your e-ink display. So yeah, definitely want to do a larger e-ink display. Definitely for that.
Yeah, I couldn't find that very quick.
All right, should we bring on anything else?
We do have the LED one.
We talked about
Real
it.
quick. We talked about the M1. We talked about the LED one. But real quick,
One
so we
minute.
also have an LED controller here. So it is powered through USB-C, 5 volt, 3 amp. We have a Wago, which will do 5, 12, and 24 volt up to 10 amp. And then we have 2 separate LED controllers. It has a mic on it like the M1 for audio reactive functions. And then it does have the 10 amp fuse is replaceable. We'll have little ones, so they're easy to change. And the nice thing was with this fuse, like it doesn't pop or it doesn't explode, it doesn't do anything weird. It just kind of slowly goes off, and then you just have, you know when you have to replace it. We had to plug in like 15 or 17 meters worth of LED lights to even get close over 10 amps. So it's very safe, and there's extra GPIO up here as well, correct? On the top, you got extra GPIO up here.
Yeah, you can expand from there.
So, but yeah, very excited about this. I have the page I just posted. You can sign up for this as well, and get notified when it is available. But yeah, very excited. It uses the ESP32 Pico, so it's the first device we've used the Pico on.
Yeah, we should make a button page too. I forgot about that earlier.
The button page, yeah. Well, we can get it. We can get one early.
All right, super busy here. Bringing Brandon on, and we've got a few other friends and family around here that have taken over a lot of work that help us, really focus on firmware and our software and hardware, getting these things wrapped up. So really excited to get these. We've got, R1s shipping in 3-ish weeks. M1 should be launching roughly around the same time, I would imagine, and shipping the same time. Temp is pretty much ready to go. Now I just got to go add a new port to it.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron.
And then, LED one, we're waiting on some PCB redesign, and then button one's later.
Mm-hmm.
E-ink is later. Pump should be really soon. We've got all the parts for that. So yeah, thank you guys all. I think we're gonna bring Brandon on for a second.
Yeah. So, well, real quick, we have a beta firmware. If you want to join the beta group, you can test like our beta firmware. We also have a future product survey, which really drives our R&D. And so please let us know what you guys want so we could make it. And make sure you join the Discord, or if you're not in it already, and join in the discussion. I'll post a link. But we look at this, and we've talked about the whole home power monitoring.
Yeah, we'll see where that goes though.
But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff on there, different protocols and that sort of thing that really drives our R&D. I'm posting the survey, so do that so we know what you guys want so we can make it. And then what is Sony? What?
Whole home power monitoring we've been playing around with. It requires a lot of certifications though, so it's very early.
So future product survey, and then we have a feedback squad. So we have a couple different roles in our Discord for helpers, so people who are helping the community. We have the beta testers and the feedback squad. Jump in with our development process and help shape
Do we normally run the background on this, or does everybody always look at our falling down ceiling?
No, we usually it's blurred.
Okay.
So like, I feel like I don't know,
I don't know what's up with our
what
setup.
our setup is. Yeah, but I think we had been using that camera, but it
All
didn't
right,
make us
let's
look
bring
kinda
Brandon
pasty,
on.
So,
We wanna
but
bring-
yeah, but the big thing is it's actually Brandon's 1 year with the company was, I think, over the
Really?
weekend on
Yes.
Saturday. Did he?
He raised his hand.
Yeah, he raised his hand. So yeah, click on him. Oh, you can go up there too. So yeah, it's his 1 year. So we wanted to bring him on so he could talk a little bit. We had some fun questions for him. If you guys have some questions for him.
Oh, hey
All right,
Brandon.
there's Brandon. All right, can you guys see him okay?
What about audio? I might have mine muted.
Can you guys hear Brandon? Oh, I don't think. Oh, you can hear. Oh, we can't hear him. The correspondence is muted. It's fine. It's Brandon. He knows the questions.
Can you hear us, Brandon?
Oh, okay, great. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's got the questions ready. So.
Oh wait, here we go.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Are we
but is
doing
that...
the Nextel chirp thing? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes.
you. Is that gonna
Chirp,
create an
chirp.
echo for everybody?
There you go. I don't hear an echo.
All right. we
Okay,
got you.
good.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, Brandon's got 1 year
Yes.
officially with us. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have interacted with him. Huge help on the Discord.
My cheery demeanor
Yeah, oh yeah, most of the time.
most of the time.
But I think we had a
Sure
couple
got it.
questions. If you, I don't know, you saw we were going to ask you like what your favorite device is, and then like what's your favorite Apollo device,
Yeah.
and then
So I got two answers. I got a meme answer and a real answer, and you get to guess which is which.
Okay.
So the one is that my favorite device is my mini PC, right? That actually runs Home Assistant. And that's because devices like the Apollo Hub just don't have quite the manpower as a mini PC. So
Yep.
when you have 30 ESP home devices to update, and each update takes 30 minutes, or each device takes 30 minutes to compile on an SPC like a Raspberry Pi, etc. The mini PC really kind of
No.
runs circles around that. Love me a little mini PC.
They won't be able to hear him on
And then
YouTube.
of course,
Sorry, YouTube
What's
folks. Sorry, I meant to say sorry, YouTube folks. They won't be able to hear
I
Brandon.
can't hear Brandon.
oh yeah,
Because Brandon's in
That's all right.
Discord.
Yeah, sorry, it's all right. Okay, so mini PCs you said are better than.
So mini PC,
Okay.
gotta love them. Gotta throw that out there. I mean, honestly, it's hard to pick only one device because it's like, oh man, I love my light bulbs. I love my this that. If I had to pick, I really like these fun little Magic Cubes. It's by Akara, but it's Zigbee, so they're not a competitor from the Zigbee angle yet. This is your Magic Cube. I even have it to where if you do counterclockwise, it turns the brightness down 20%, and it only works on like a flat surface. And clockwise up 20%. You know, it's just a really fun little thing. I mean, and then you get like a little 3D printed stand, and it's just a fun device. So
Cool.
really like those. And then of course, as far as Apollo devices, the Air1 is just hard to beat. There's not much config to do. You know, I was cleaning the carpet and using my carpet cleaner, right? And,
Oh, yeah.
and instead of just using water, I use like something to pour in it that they sell you. And all of a sudden, I'm like, man, I can smell it. Man, that smell is strong. And next thing you know, my PM particles went from 2 to 20 to 30 to what I mean, just huge. And it's like, maybe it's more than just me smelling it. I'm actually, guess what, breathing in VOCs, right? So harmful VOCs. So you know, I feel like this, especially for someone that's just starting out with Home Assistant, they don't have to do a bunch of config.
Yep.
It's a really neat
Just see
little
some good data.
device. So
Yeah.
the Air1, you know, it's not necessarily our cheapest device, but it's very useful. So
Very.
That reminded me, I forgot to say, so my grandfather is turning 90 this year. He runs Home Assistant
Wow.
and has an Air1. They use wood burning, like a wood burning stove for their heat. And my uncle had messaged me and was like, oh, like, you know, hey, can you check this sensor, because like it seems like there's like some smoke in here or something, and the particulate levels were like through the roof on it. And so I got to set up something for my grandpa so that when that happens, he gets notified.
Yeah, it's like, hey.
oh, for sure,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know
who's
who's older than my grandpa using
Home Assistant.
Home Assistant.
I'm sure there's
Using Home
somebody out
Assistant,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
you might.
He's
you
up
might
there
be,
on it.
top 5 for
Oh
sure.
yeah, top of the
Nice.
list.
And so, Brandon, you got like a favorite automation or favorite setup?
Yeah, I mean, the simple answer is always lights, right? I mean, I feel like if I have to go touch a light switch, I failed. Either my Zigbee mesh is having issues, my Z-Wave mesh is having issues, which doesn't happen, right? But if it did, I feel like the more you have to interact with a smart home or go touch a button or whatever, the less smart it feels, right? So lights are hard to beat. I mean, I also feel a little bit safer knowing that I have, a couple of smart smoke detectors. So even if, I might not be able to get home right away, I can call 911 5 minutes quicker, and maybe they can come put out the fire and my animals, are able to survive some catastrophic, right? So, I mean, I'd probably say something like that. I also have a fancy new little Apple Watch, and like, if I click here, I can choose like wake or sleep or nap time, and if I click, so when I wake up in the morning, I put my watch on, makes me type in my passcode, and then I hit wake, and it disarms the alarm. It starts playing a Plex playlist in the kitchen on my TV. Ideally, it would also make me a cup of coffee, but I don't have a smart coffee maker able to do that yet. It's on the way, or eventually. It feeds both of my kitties out in the garage. The left and the right little his and hers cat food. It turns off a master override. It's nothing difficult. It's just a set of things it's doing, right? A little script. But
Yep.
I mean, frankly, I think that's probably my favorite. It's kind of doing quite a few different things, and I do basically the opposite of that when I'm going to bed. So
Cool.
probably my favorite.
Maybe you can replace your cube with some of our buttons here coming up.
Yeah. We'll
Maybe.
see.
I mean, really, the cube's fun just because it's not an ESP32, right? It doesn't you can't do all the fun stuff that you can do with our sensors. It's just like people try to compare, a cheap little BLE sensor or a BLE plant sensor to our PLT1, and it's like, okay, if you're just looking at soil only, okay, you can buy a cheaper Chinese thing, but it doesn't compare when you're talking. I mean, these things have a buzzer. It can actually light up red or blue and can sing to you, and I mean
Get Brandon in sales.
BLE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're not paying to say this.
We
kind of are, I guess.
Proxy, right? So this can turn around and allow you to let other BLE devices talk back to Home Assistant. I mean, yeah, it's really hard to beat. So
yeah, cool. I just want to say hey to Jerry Acock up in he's on YouTube. So
Jerry,
hey Jerry.
If you guys have been around, you know
Yeah.
we always love to see Jerry and say hello to Jerry. He's been around since day one, always posting and helping us out. Sherry's on there. Sherry, good to see you, Sherry. We did have a question real quick, actually, Brandon, if you don't mind, on YouTube.
Sure.
From Patrick Collins. So he'd love to see us make a battery monitor. He has lots of older solar batteries. He'd love to remotely monitor them in Home Assistant.
Yeah. So I've never ran solar. Is it just measuring voltage? Is that what you're checking? Is like, what's the voltage of my battery network? I know there'll be quite a bit of delay, probably, Patrick, but interested to know that.
I'll wait for the response.
Yeah.
And then we can...
Yeah, if it's just purely like, if that's how you measure it, I would assume.
Do we have any questions you see in Discord, or any questions for Brandon or for us? I think we're kind of right at our time.
Yeah.
We actually announced the giveaway winner, which is great.
Yeah, we remembered.
Sound off any questions?
Yeah, Brandon is the reason for the giveaways. Otherwise, we would forget.
Yeah.
Every time.
The dyno or like the little bot is very helpful. And then when Brandon
it's having issues. It's not like saying who won. It normally does. So I had to go refresh and go look at ended giveaways to actually see who won. But so it's still acting up. But the price is right, so can't complain too much.
And somehow they can hear you on YouTube, Brandon. I have no idea how that's working, but
yeah, it must be the streaming software.
I don't know. Yeah,
which is great. I'd hate for them to be sitting in silence.
Yeah.
There's still 25 people over there, so that works out great. Yeah, YouTube. Any questions? Please send them our way. We're open to questions the whole time, but at the end of the stream, we like to get in all the questions that we may have missed. If you had typed in a question before, let us know. Type it back in now, Patrick.
Yeah, we really enjoy doing these. It's great fun talking to everybody. I really enjoy the interactiveness, hearing all the questions, the responses. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And I think it was cool to
100%.
show off the button.
Yeah.
We usually always were like, dang, we should have talked about that, or we should have shown that off.
We showed a lot off today.
We did, yeah.
We got a lot coming. There's a lot out there in the beta testers. Thank you to our beta testers.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a beta tester, join the some of the roles that we have in Discord. Be participating in the Discord. That's really the biggest thing, because if we can find people, because we've sent out, we do beta tests all the time. You send out units and you never hear back from somebody. We've got to find people that are going to give us feedback, that are going to try the sensors, that are going to voice their opinion. We want opinions. We want to know.
If CyberDog would just, be more responsive, we could send them a Temp Pro-1,
No, but I mean, yeah, on some level, we definitely need, people that it's not their first ESP home device, right?
Yeah.
We like hearing from different perspectives, but at the end of the day, with a beta thing, we need to be able to make sure that they can, check off a few boxes to be able to provide certain feedback, and that doesn't mean that you have to be some expert, right? But being in our Discord and probably owning one of our devices certainly wouldn't hurt, as far as a baseline as far as beta testing signups go.
Yep. Yeah, we're always looking to grow the beta. So we used to do like an open call for beta testers, but like I said, we would send out 10 or 15 of them, and only hear back from a few.
Yeah.
And so we've really just been trying to build that core group. But we have roles for people who aren't beta testers, who just want to give product feedback. Like, we have questions all the time, like, should the LEDs be under the keycap or in front of the keycap? And we'll ping the feedback squad about that. So please make sure to join those roles. Again, we want the opinions, we want the feedback, to see see what you guys think. All right.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any responses. Hopefully that answered Patrick's question.
It's a good thing. Answered everything, right?
I guess, yeah. So YouTube, last call. Real quick, I did want to post this
Here's
picture in Discord. Oh, man,
my
you did it at the
favorite
same
of the,
time? Now they're going to look
it's
at
a
that.
little-
Yeah, so Brandon's showing off.
the black hole.
Yes.
That's
the
pretty
black
cool.
hole effect.
It's
in
really cool because you can
WLED,
change like the.
It's pretty neat.
the
Yeah,
design.
you can change like the X, Y,
Yep.
all the. I don't know. There's some names that I feel like you need a space degree to understand fully.
Yeah.
But
You can like the actual orbit of like the around the black hole. You can actually change
yeah,
the.
it's pretty neat.
But also, I did post a sweet picture in Discord. It's Brandon. It's his like profile picture for our team. There's a pretty cool jet ski in the background. We love seeing it. Just give it a like. Ask Brandon about it.
Already taken her out a couple times this year.
That's right.
She'll get replaced one of these days, though. She's getting old. She's 30 now. I'm turning 37 on Saturday, so she's old enough to vote and more.
Yep.
Cool.
Looks like Patrick did get back to us real quick. So yes, to monitor battery voltage of lead acid batteries, lithium iron phosphate batteries, and then I can set an alarm to get them charged up when voltage gets too low.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's like a really cool reason for like the Temp Pro, again, kind of calling it the Omni, is for maybe something, not saying that this is, but something more niche.
I got mine in a case.
It's easier for us to spin up a little add-on for this board than it is for us to spin up an entire board. So yeah, something like voltage monitoring, this could easily have an add-on that could accomplish that. Now, you're not going to have the incredible form factor, but if you're putting it next to an array of batteries, you don't care about it.
Yeah, it's going to be much smaller.
Being this size.
Yeah, that would be great, especially with the way energy is going, and more and more people are going to have solar and battery backups.
Yeah,
just to kind of show people what this looks like.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's got the case. Yeah.
So we have not only this cute little 3D printed mount here, which allows you to kind of mount it wherever you'd like. It shows off that you actually have two separate
the
cables
Dallas
here.
Pro
You can have the
and the
20 as well as the Dallas Temp Probe, and I just have the long one on here. You could use the short as well.
Yep.
And same thing as the the R Pro one. You can still do Ethernet, USB-C, and no PoE or just PoE power only. So pretty neat.
Cool.
Patrick said, "Yep, anything would be great." Yep.
All right. Well, make sure to vote for it, Patrick, on our
future product survey. And yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. All right. Anything else? We're signing off. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Of course. Yeah. Happy to have you on, Brandon. I think we had talked about having other people on too, and just kind of, so you don't have to like stare at us the whole time and hear us talk. It'd be fun to have. Yeah. I talked to the guys over at Opulo who make a pick and place machine. We talked about having them on potentially, and of course Home Tech guys. And so we may beef it up a little bit, get our camera situation and our mic situation figured out a little bit better. But it's just fun to talk to the community and keep you guys updated.
Yep, it's a blast, and answering all the questions. Yeah, It's a lot of fun. So, all right. Well,
Yeah, I think
you guys can always reach out to us.
Yep.
Yeah, shoot us a message, talk to us anywhere, and yeah, that's all we got.
Oh, did we just lose sound? Go on mute for me. Dang it.
Go on mute.
I don't know why.
Oh. All right. Well,
Oh.
we'll see you.
Sorry,
Thank you guys.
guys.
Have a good night. Bye.
All right.
Brandon's frozen too.
This mic, I don't know, but I think you're using that mic, right? You muted.